Wearing blue trimmed with silver, official weight 146 1/4 pounds. This 2004 U.S. Olympian now has a perfect professional record consisting of 15 bouts, 15 victories, including 13 knockouts, fighting out of Winter Haven, Florida, the undefeated Andre Berto.
Berto, Figueroa, Miguel. Come on, Berto. Come on, bring it in the middle. All right, gentlemen. Gave your instructions earlier in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Understood? Touch them up. Let's have a good fight. Good luck, fellas.
Andre Berto is the kind of young fighter
Do I need to wait?
you'd like to buy stock in. He was a 180-pound running back in high school, he tells us.
All right, Miguel, you ready?
He's fighting as a welterweight.
Incidentally, how confident is Berto? He says, if I'd focused on football, I'd have made the NFL. And he used to be called Forrest Gump in his town because he'd run home 2 miles from school and then run to the gym, often with his father driving the car behind him and bumping him in the legs with a bumper to keep him going. Lennox, Berto was Winky Wright's #1 sparring partner in preparation for his fight with Ike Quartey. What do you think of taking super prospects like Berto and putting them in as sparring partners with stars like Wright?
Well, Wright definitely wants the best sparring out there, and let me tell you, this guy is the best. So, you know, if you have good sparring, you're going to perform well in the ring.
But what about from Berto's point of view? Do you want to be in there with someone like Winky Wright?
Yeah, because you want to see how you stand with a good boxer like Winky Wright, and you know, they're definitely helping each other. I don't think they were sparring partners. They were definitely helping each other.
Hard right hand by Berto and a quick left hook. So he's gotten some leather onto Figueroa early, and you can see the explosiveness with which Berto punches. Figueroa took the 2 good shots pretty well. Now takes another right hand. Shakes his head as if to say, no, you haven't hurt me yet.
Be a good idea if he kept his left a little higher.
Yeah, and Berto says, all right, if you want to keep your hands up like that, how's your liver work? I'm going to check it with my left hand. Good left hook upstairs by Berto. Such good balance for a young fighter, Lennox.
He's got good balance, good punching power. You know, that's where biomechanics come in, so you can get that punching power. Very explosive.
Those are 2 good jabs by Miguel Figueroa, and Larry pointing out, Figueroa does indeed represent a step up in class. Berto had 2 4-round decisions early in his career, but as Larry points out, he's never had to go the distance in a fight longer than 4 rounds. I asked him yesterday if he had had some fights where he was pretty sure that the knockout wasn't going to come. He said, yeah, last time out against a good fighter named Creighton. I had to go to the 5th round, and I had given up on the knockout before I got it. That's probably the best way to get a knockout in a fight like that, Lennox, is to give up, right?
Yes.
Well, there was an interesting exchange there for a moment. Berto hit Figueroa clean on the chin, and the next thing that happened was Figueroa hit him back, and Berto stepped back to say, whoa, this is too.
Figueroa is keeping that right hand a bit low for my taste, and you know, you don't want to do that against a great left hooker like Berto.
Berto landing the right hand up the middle. Figueroa coming back with 2 left jabs, and Berto slips away to create a little bit more space. Bouncy on his feet as he sets up, and then he flattens out to get ready for that. And the uppercut really hurt Figueroa. The left hook was a beauty, too. Figueroa in trouble, fires back with a left hook. Berto firing with more. And that left hook almost knocked him through the ropes. That was quite a display.
Wow.
Fight away? I got the mouthpiece. You gonna get a fucking fight away? You can't get a fight away. What you doing?
Stay off the rope.
Hard for this shit. He trained too hard for this shit. You hear me?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Jam! What's wrong with you? You get on your toes a little bit, right? Everything ain't gonna stand there and train for a war, right? I think he's ready to go, but let's pick what's ready to go, okay? Nice deep breath, baby. Come on, breathe on it. Breathe. That's all I want is you nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. Put your hands high. Your hands high. Give me a little head movement back on your toes, okay? Touch this guy. He's there.
Oh, yeah, you see two looks at the uppercut right between the gloves. Figueroa tried to block it, but it wasn't in time.
Lawrence Cole, the referee in this fight, apparently has been rewarded for one of the worst commissions of the sin of a referee I have ever seen or heard of.
Telling the
ago.
score to a fighter who had been cut and had a potential technical draw situation or technical decision situation on his hands, right, Larry?
Yeah, Marquez was badly cut, and he said to him, "You don't have to keep going on. You're ahead on the scores." How he knew he was ahead on the scores, no one could possibly know. But he should have been suspended for a good long while rather than being rewarded here tonight.
But we're in Arkansas, neighboring Texas, where Cole works. And maybe there just aren't that many highly qualified referees in the area.
If that's what you call as qualified.
So round 2 begins, and you heard Figueroa's cornerman quite upset at him between rounds. "We trained too hard for this. You didn't do what we told you to do." Usually, Lennox, that's because of what the other guy did.
It's true. He needs to do a little more because he's really making Berto control the tempo of this whole fight.
And Berto has found that he can land that uppercut. He might get a little too eager and throw it from too far out, but he knows now that's another viable weapon in the arsenal to go with a left hook to the body, which was landed, the left hook upstairs, which was landed, and the straight rights that he got in early in the fight.
And Figueroa shouldn't really stay by the ropes because what you do, you know, I'm always against boxers staying by the ropes, especially against a power puncher like Berto.
Well, you limit your options when you're against the ropes. You don't have very many places to go. Berto loves it. Okay, you want to stand there next to the ropes? I'll take my shots. Figueroa's corner asking him to try Berto's body, see if there's a vulnerability there. There's the uppercut again, and once again it snapped Figueroa's head back. This one finally partially blocked, who got some of the left glove in front of that last uppercut.
Figueroa doesn't seem like he's warmed up yet. Seems to have a hard time getting it going.
Well, he's dry after a round and a half.
2 uppercuts by Berto. The left missed, the right landed, the right lands again. Figueroa's solution is to try to fight back and counter every shot. Berto blocking shots with his arms and some with his gloves. Kind of rolls his chin as if to say, "Come on, let's trade more." Berto landed 37 out of 96 punches in the first round. I think the work rate has been a little bit slower in this round, but nevertheless, he's landed some solid shots. That was a good left hook by Figueroa.
Well, he's gotten a little respect from Berto now with those right hands.
Monday night at 8 p.m., a special edition of Costas Now, featuring an exclusive interview with Sports Illustrated's Sportsman of the Year, Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat. December 26th, catch the year-end installment of Real Sports as we take a look at the tragic story of 1984 Olympic downhill gold medalist Bill Johnson.
Understanding? Don't run from him. All right? Stay off the road. End up with the left hook. Stay off the road.
There's a big uppercut again by Berto. Straight through the gloves. As you can see, Figueroa whinging.
Stay down, man. Straight up.
Figueroa's corner still searching for some answers as they get ready for round 3 with a very confident-looking Andre Berto. One ominous sign for Berto, Lennox, like so many hard punchers, he holds his left hand a little low. Could that cause him problems later on?
A little bit. You know, really, if he's holding his hand that low, he needs to double jab. He needs to throw those double jabs out there to prepare for his heavy punches.
Don't push. That's what you did.
Yeah, once you throw a lot of jabs out there, you know, your opponent doesn't see the other punches coming because he's too busy worrying about your jab.
Let's see if Berto learns to gradually step up the jab rate as he throws his jab there and sets up a right hand.
I mean, he's so powerful, he can hurt anybody with his jab. Just hurt them with the jab and let them They're not even worried about any other punch but that jab at the moment.
Yeah, the jab knocked him down.
Yeah, but Lawrence Cole didn't think it was a knockdown, Larry.
What happened?
He must have thought that Berto's foot was on Figueroa's foot.
Which is very possible.
Let me tell you, Figueroa can take a good punch, but can he take any more? Can't take them all night.
Don't want to take too many of it.
Yeah, the real question comes when you're about 5 or 6 rounds down, and then you're still getting tattooed like this, and that's when you begin to, in many instances, think of a soft spot on the canvas.
Well, but the interesting thing here to me is Berto now has to settle down and just fight. He can't just come like a whirlwind as he did in the first round for 3 minutes.
That's when you start the jab off. You got to be first out there. There you go. Be first again.
Don't pose and look at him. Get into position and throw a punch. And Berto threw a strong one, too. Swelling around both eyes now for Miguel Figueroa. Figueroa is one of those classic journeymen in the sense that he goes to the gym, he works, and really doesn't focus too much on who the opponent is or what they do. In fact, in his 9th professional fight, he fought the then legendary former Cuban amateur Joe Casamayor, who had won gold medals in 2 separate Olympics. Not only did he not have a clue who Casamayor was, he didn't even know he was a southpaw. And he caught a very embarrassing loss, to say the least. 2nd round knockout at the hands of Casamayor. In this instance, fortunately, somebody told him that Berto is a hard right-hand puncher. Different management, different group around Figueroa when that happened, not the people who are here with him now, which includes trainer Frank Ward. Quite a number of welterweights who are rangier than Berto. Lennox, what do you think of his jab?
Right now he's got a good jab, but he's not throwing it right now. He's throwing a soft jab. He's really preparing for his power punch.
Don't carry the left low. Don't carry the left low. I need that up.
Come talk to him. Work the body. Soften him up.
Put a little water on his head. Rinse your mouth.
Listen to me. Take out these punches with that. With that hand. Take them out. Stop straightening up.
Take them out.
Stop straightening up.
You get under punches. Keep your feet right.
Keep your feet right. You won't trick yourself, okay?
Snap, look. Snap.
Take a look at this replay, Lennox, and see if you think it was a knockdown.
No, he actually hit him on the shoulder with a jab, and I don't know why the referee still didn't count that as a knockdown, because he knocked him down.
Well, we can't see the feet.
Let's see
take
here.
a look at the feet here.
Doesn't look like he stepped on his toe at
Oh,
all.
he sure didn't. He missed the toe. I have no idea why that wasn't a knockdown.
Go, coach.
You have any idea, Larry?
Nope.
Well, that makes 3 of us. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
I don't know why it wasn't a knockdown either.
That makes 4.
30 to 26. 3 rounds to nothing. Andre Berto. Jim, I got to tell you something. At the end of round 1, something interesting happened. In the last 5 seconds, Andre Berto knocked Miguel Figueroa into the ropes. And I'm telling you, his body went limp and the ropes were holding him up. And in my mind, Cole should have called it a knockdown. He didn't call it a knockdown. I said, in my mind, it was definitely a 10-8 round because this guy was, virtually on the floor. The ropes were holding him up. 30 to 26, 3 to nothing, Berto.
Berto becoming more patient now, perhaps in recognition that he might not get the knockout, that he might have to go 10 rounds, that he's never gone anywhere near that distance before. And what is the insecurity of that feeling, Lennox?
No, what he's doing is throwing a good jab now, good snappy jab, and that's what he needs to do, realizing that he can't knock out the guy. So now he has to switch to the boxing. That shows a good boxer. When you can adjust your style like that, that's very important to adjust.
Berto has been fighting in various forms since about age 6 or 7. That's the age at which his father, as Larry mentioned, the mixed martial arts fighter, got him into it.
And he can't explain why he liked boxing, where the rest of the family went into some form of wrestling or other martial arts.
Incidentally, if you listen to introductions at the beginning of the fight, you might have heard the small factual misstep. He was not a member of the United States Olympic team in Athens, but rather a member of the Haitian Olympic team. Both parents were born in Haiti. Andre says they speak French. He and his brothers speak a little French, but not enough to use it around the household the way his parents do.
Figueroa seems happy to stay against the ropes. He's just waiting for a chance. He's looking for that opening. Hasn't come yet, but he's looking.
Is he fighting to survive, or is he looking for an opening?
He's looking for an opening. He realizes that he's up against a strong boxer, strong, powerful boxer, so he's being kind of cautious in there.
And they're having a little conversation there. I don't imagine it will go into the Smithsonian Institute, but they are talking.
Conversation. Berto's telling them, come on, let's do this thing. Let's punch. Let's fight.
Now, during the break between rounds 4 and 5, we're going to take a look at an interview which Larry conducted with Jermaine Taylor in his dressing room just a short time ago.
Jermaine, why is it so important for you to go for a knockout tonight?
Well, I'm not going to say that it's important, but it would be nice. Because my last couple of fights were very close. You know, all of them was against great opponents. And now, you know, I think it's time for me to go in there and just make a statement that I still have the punching power that I've always had.
Is it a statement for all your fans here, or do you want to remind yourself of who you thought you were?
I think it's both, Larry. I think I need to remind myself and my fans, because everybody be like, you know, he still got it. It's been about 2 years since I had a knockout, so I think it's about time.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Thank you, Larry.
Jermaine Taylor versus Kassim Ouma in the main event, yet to come on this telecast. Meanwhile, Lennox, you really nailed that one. You said in the last round what Berto had decided to do was to switch to throwing a jab. He threw 80 of them. 80 jabs in the 4th round for Andre Berto. He landed 17, 102 total punches overall. And it's amazing that a guy can throw 102 punches and not look frenetically busy. He still looks patient while he's throwing 102 punches.
Yeah, he's very calm in there. That's what you need to be a professional. Very calm, poised, have good reaction, and he has great reaction and power with that.
If you had ever thrown 80 jabs in a round, you'd have wiped out the whole division. Berto dropping his hands, inviting Figueroa to throw so that he can get a chance to retaliate. And when Figueroa doesn't throw, Berto just attacks behind the jab.
Figueroa looks hurt there.
Standing power punches. Figueroa keeps wanting to throw the look as though he's not hurt. Keeps wanting to play that bluffing game with Berto, but there's another uppercut and another. 2 uppercuts hurt Figueroa. What guts Figueroa has. His response to everything is to fight back.
Berto is finding out that sometimes you're going to fight guys and hit them with your best shots, and they're going to keep fighting you, and that's a very important lesson for a young fighter.
And now Figueroa gets in an uppercut.
Berto looks very comfortable in there, very poised, very relaxed.
And incidentally, he's in a 17.5-foot ring. Somebody said to me, well, the 17.5-foot ring must be to keep Ouma from running against Taylor. I said, no, Ouma doesn't run. That's not possible. If the 17.5 ring is to benefit anybody here, it's to benefit Andre Berto and give him a chance at showing something big. And it's worked. He's gotten in a lot of leather on Miguel Figueroa. Well, that's a good, quick left hook. Good body shot from Berto. Mixed in among the big stuff upstairs. Figueroa keeps jabbing, occasionally firing lefts and rights, and moving in a circle. Every time Figueroa stops the circle and stands still, Berto steps forward and starts firing.
And let me tell you, Figueroa looks sapped in there, like his energy level has dropped tremendously.
If you were in his corner, would you consider not wanting to see him get hit with the uppercut anymore?
Well, I'll definitely tell him, watch out for that uppercut. Because what he's doing is ducking into it.
Do you mean not wanting to fight anymore? Be hit by anything anymore?
That's my question, is if Lennox was in the corner, would you consider saying, hey, maybe the better part of Valor is to go back to Camden now? He's getting hit too much. And particularly the uppercut. And he survives another round in which he was out on his feet.
And he's walking slowly to his corner.
What you do, man? Why are you standing up, goddamn rope? Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I'm gonna stop the fight. You want me to stop it? What's wrong with you? You're gonna give the fight away. Shut up on the stool. Shut up on the stool. Shut up on the stool. What's wrong with you? This man is sitting his case. You're not doing nothing. What? What? Hey, Miguel. What'd you say? What do you do? He can't make it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Miguel? Come on. Take a dip. Come on, Miguel. You gonna do this to us? You're gonna do this to your wife and all of her. You go through all this shit for this. This is what you wanted. Stay off the rope, huh? Miguel. This is what you wanted. You want to quit on the stool. That's what you're doing. I don't want you to get knocked out. You want to quit on the stool? You want to quit? What's wrong with you? Don't quit on the stool. You hear me? You hear? Take it down.
Here's a big left hook. You know, this kind of punches you're getting hit with, you're not going to survive them too many rounds after that.
I've never heard a trainer say to a fighter, do you want to quit on the stool? Because what he's really saying is, are you a quitter?
Power shots in 5. Berto 39 out of 76, 51%. Figueroa landed 8 punches in the rounds. I'm personally a little depressed that they decided to send him out for another round. I don't see the purpose. I don't think he wanted to fight the 6th round. I think he couldn't face the verbal challenge his trainer put on him.
Still looks sapped in there.
But he's trying to respond, trying to show courage. I give him all the credit in the world for the guts that Figueroa has shown, but I think he wanted to step away and was not allowed to do so. Berto just waiting for one of those rallies.
Figueroa really is just a target right now.
A target without headgear.
And I think Andre can sense that.
When a guy is a hard puncher, as Berto is, and the other guy is courageous and tough and has a pretty good chin and can hang in round after round without getting knocked down or out, that's when you see somebody get hurt.
Yes.
This is a lot
definitely.
of punishment accumulating for Miguel Figueroa.
Does it bother you, Lennox, that Berto has been hit with so many clean shots while he's trying to hit Figueroa?
Well, you know, he doesn't see any problem in there. He doesn't feel that he's in any danger. And he feels very comfortable, like I said, and, you know, he feels good about himself. And as you can see, he's very snappy, very powerful. He's just awesome in there right now. He's just a force to be reckoned with.
And finally, Lawrence Cole,
A good stoppage.
chooses the right moment in that round to get it over with and give Andre Berto another knockout victory.
He still hasn't gone beyond 6 rounds.
Scintillating display by Berto, a two-handed fighter with great skill and power, Lennox.
Unbelievable.
I don't know who they're going to put him in there with, unless it's an elite fighter who's going to take him more than 6 rounds.
That is Berto's father to the left in the shot. That's the man who trained him and raised him to be a fighter. Berto closed the show, landing 25 out of 34 power shots. I'm with you, Lennox. I think he was getting hit with clean shots as much as anything because they weren't hurting him, and he knew he could walk through them, and he wanted to keep throwing. Let's take a look at the sequence which finally prompted Lawrence Cole intelligently to stop the fight.
There you see it. He's just taking advantage of him in there. And I think that was a great decision by the referee to go in there and stop that kind of punishment. You know, we don't want to see a boxer hurt, but he was definitely getting hurt with the punches in there today.
So Andre Berto extends his record now to 15-0 with 13 knockouts. The 2 decisions, both 4-rounders, came in his 2nd and 4th pro fights. So he's got 11 consecutive knockouts now. And as Larry mentioned, hasn't gone out of the 6th round yet into the 7th. Here is Michael Buffer with the official particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Lawrence Cole steps in and calls a halt to the action. The official time, 1 minute, 59 seconds of round number 6. The winner by knockout victory, still undefeated, Andre